Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Ahsoka from Lucasfilm, from the Star Wars universe, written and sometimes directed by Dave Filoni, the man behind the Clone Wars and Rebels, pretty much the animation wing of Lucasfilm for so long. Worked on it with George Lucas from back in the time. It just premiered tonight, earlier than usual. Well, I should say it's tonight, it's Tuesday night. This is meant for Wednesday, so sorry. Normally I'd be saying tonight, midnight, and I'd be talking about the day that it's supposed to premiere, but, well, hey, you know what? I got a jump start on it, so it's still Tuesday night when I'm filming this. The first two episodes are available right now on Disney Plus. The first one is like almost an hour long, and the second one's about 44 minutes long. 56 and 44 minutes long. And I'm not going to spoil anything for you. That is not what I do, especially when it's something this new. If you're worried about spoilers, I'm not going to give you anything. I will tease things, as I am a tease, regarding such things. I'm going to stay away from spoilers. Even rumored spoilers, and honestly, don't look at the IMDb page that I'm looking at right now. There's a lot of stuff that Star Wars fans already hardcore know about, or who might show up and things like that. But there's also a few surprises here and there. Whether you're a fan from all the way back to the Clone Wars and Rebels especially, of course, there is a ton of characters you'll recognize, but a ton of people you will recognize the voices of. Well, no, I shouldn't say a ton. I should say at least one. I can think of one right off the bat. Two right off the bat. One that we know about, David Tennant plays the voice of this droid. Why can't I say his name? Where are you? Huyang. I don't know why he's appeared in the animated series. So David Tennant, Doctor Who, the Doctor. Sorry for those who are particular about that kind of thing. He does appear in this. You heard his voice in the trailers, things like that. But there's another voice from Rebels that makes a live action first appearance in their human form, in the live action form. And we're not talking about the rest of the Rebels that we know. I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about Hera or Sabine or Ezra that we already know are going to appear in this. That's a given. We know that. Honestly, this is a treat for anybody who's like, what's going to happen next after the end of Rebels? Because I was there when Dave announced at Star Wars Celebration that, man, we're not doing any more Rebels after season 4, or was it 5? Man, whatever it was, it just felt very final. We're just like, no, we were just getting to like this, and it was going away. Well, things, were changing around that time. A lot of things were changing. Things were shifting. This was when we were in Orlando in 2017. Yeah. But so if you're a big fan from that era, awesome. There's also a few little treats for those of you who only know Ahsoka since her first appearance on The Mandalorian. So yeah, there's some interesting ties into there, and so we learned some things. We learned some things about certain characters that I don't think was made clear before. At least maybe I fell asleep on that. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. All I know is that for the first time in a while, it does. It's very moody. Let's just say it has a mood about it. And it's the first time I've sat down and watched something on my couch and relaxed and had a big meal during it, and I just pasta or whatever. I faded out at one point, which I'm gonna get to watch it again soon with some friends. But I have a feeling it was probably an important point. But either way, there was points where it gets really quiet, really calm, really sort of not meditative, but there's darkly intense at times, but also let's just say Ahsoka's not getting along with everybody. And there's more story to tell in here, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but she's not getting along with some of her friends, and it's an interesting thing to understand where these first 2 episodes exist in the full timeline of the Star Wars saga. So it'll be interesting for those of you who do know Rebels and understand what's all happening and when it's all happening. So it's a neat little bit of discovery for everybody. So Rosario Dawson is awesome as always. We get to see her from the very first moment, just using the Force and using her skills in battle. Almost right from the beginning. There's almost actually at first it feels a little bit Raiders of the Lost Ark-ish. I think the very first scene, but beyond that, it goes very Star Wars after that. I say it's very much worth checking out if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a Ahsoka fan, if you're a Clone Wars and Rebels fan. Come on, this is a given. This is not even a thing you have to argue about or question. Like, should I? No, there's no question. Whether you want to watch it all in one sitting or not is another matter. But again, these kind of things, since it's a short season, I think it's only like 6 or 8 episodes. I have it all mapped out somewhere else. It's 8 episodes. 8 episodes. So, and we've already gone through 2. So we only have 5 more. 8 minus 2 leaves 6. That's 6 more weeks. 6 more weeks of Ahsoka. It's a month and a half. Get ready for some interesting stuff. Dave Filoni, everybody is, whenever he's gotten involved with the live action stuff, along with Jon Favreau for The Mandalorian and everything else, building out the televised, the Disney Plus era of the Star Wars saga, when we're moving away from the big trilogies and the Skywalker saga. Dave has always been really good. He learned at the knee of the master how to fill in all the nooks and crannies and sort of build out the world that isn't always Skywalker centric. Yes, there's a Skywalker obviously connection to all of this, but in case you are wondering, this does take place after Return of the Jedi. So, like, if you weren't really sure, if you weren't really paying attention to all this stuff, yes, the Star Wars geeks, we know that. We understand that. But this takes place after Return of the Jedi. And we get to see that Ahsoka has gone through some things that we haven't seen yet. Maybe that story will be told again some other time. Maybe animated. Who knows? But there has been some time that's passed and some changes. And this is hopefully the first of many seasons to come. Rosario, I can't imagine her going, you know what, I think I'm just going to stop after one season. No, I think she's a big enough nerd, and that's a compliment in every way, that I think she'll enjoy doing this for as long as she can. So, and I think we'll all enjoy her doing it for as long as she can. So I say, hey, go for it. Just dig in on this. I will recommend that if you are not caught up, if you don't know who Ahsoka is, if you don't really know her story, if you don't know who the Rebels are that are from the Rebels animated series, if you don't know who Hera and Ezra and Sabine and Chopper, yes, Chopper does appear in this, as he did appear in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. If you do not know what's going on here and you're not in a hurry to see this, I highly recommend that if you don't have time to watch the entire Rebels series, I believe there are guides online, but I think Disney Plus also has a section here that helps you prepare for Ahsoka, like the important episodes that tell her story leading up to this point. Because not every episode of the Clone Wars, and certainly most of the Rebels series, was not about Ahsoka. But when Ahsoka comes into play with Rebels in that era, there's a huge foundation for everything you're seeing here. And of course, you'll want to have also seen her episodes in The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. So, yeah. Right, she was, yeah. It's all running together for me. So, anyway, I think that's all I'm going to say. I can't say anything else. I don't want don't accidentally slip up and give something away. I'm going to go from one galaxy to another tomorrow. I've already picked out tomorrow's episode just because I felt like it, and I know I'm behind on getting this. Usually I get this the day it releases, and I just kept forgetting to put it in my schedule. We're going to finally watch, it premiered a few weeks ago on Disney Plus, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the final chapter in James Gunn's Guardians trilogy, and we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to watch it again for the first time since like May. So, yeah. Should be fun. It's like 2.5 hours. Like, yeah, well, hey, most epic sci-fi superhero movies are these days. And that's got it all. So, yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.